This news might be something pertaining to income, job or career opportunities, or even love, but it has been presented to you, and now you are just looking over the details to make sure that this situation, fits best with you, and you may be taking some slow consideration as to responding back or deciding on, if you will take this offer up. For some of you, you are contemplating making an offer, and you are trying to find the best way as to make an offer to be partners with someone in business, or you might be taking the time to contemplate asking for a raise, or possibly going for a different department or a promotion, or there's something here that you might be contemplating offering something to the table, or this could be in terms of love. For some of you, the offer that's come to you has to do with travel. And for some of you, you are offering the idea to yourself or someone else on the possibilities of travel. But I do see, regardless of whichever way you look at it, there is some careful contemplation, slow thoughts of details here. Now, what is crossing your energy is the Queen of Coins. Now, always keep in mind that the cards, male or female, could be either. There is no specifics truly when it comes to that. But also know that we, of course, know that some signs do present themselves here. And I try very hard not to give too much power to the cards to say, oh, that's a Scorpio, or oh, that's a Leo, or oh, that's a Virgo, because you don't know what someone might have in their chart, and they could be a Leo and be, a Gemini in their moon sign, so I try not to get too involved in that. If Spirit prompts me to give the message of a particular sign or signs, I do that for confirmation. So just know that this here could be a fellow Capricorn or Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but there is someone that could possibly be one of the two, that is someone very dedicated, someone that gives generously, someone that you can rely on. They are very put together. They have their ish put together. They give where they want to. And so there might have been someone that resembles this or embodies this energy that has come to you, Capricorn, with this offer, this love offer, or this new opportunity when it comes to finances or career. And so this person might be ready to really take the next step into career, finances, or love. And so you are taking the stance to really consider this, or there is a Capricorn, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, this loving, caring individual, this generous individual that you are now trying to make an offer to, and you are bringing a slow offer. You're contemplating how to do that. Either way, there is a lot of excitement when you think about this new possibility. You are really excited about it, and you are ready for something new, Capricorn. You really are ready for something new. And so this coming your way makes you really excited. Now, the Ace of Coins is a signal for you to stay grounded here. You do want to pay attention to the details like you have been doing, or like you will eventually do when making this offer or receiving this offer. And although you are excited, you are prompted to stay grounded here. This is something that you possibly have been waiting for a long time, or waiting to do for a long time. And you just want to make sure that you stay grounded and don't get overwhelmed with the excitement of it all, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Now, in your recent past, you did know that this moment was going to come, or there was a person, or this particular person was going to make an offer, or you were going to make an offer. But you knew in your recent past that there was going to need to be a change here, or that there was going to be a change coming, and you knew what was the right thing to do, or you knew what you wanted, or you knew what you desired. You had an inner knowing in your recent past, and that is really making you excited as well, because it's almost like, I knew it. That's what I'm hearing in this excited stance that you're taking. It's like, I knew it. Yes, I knew it. So there is excitement because this is something you've been contemplating for a while. And here in the near future, you are closing the cycle down of an old way of things, and starting a new cycle. And right next to it, out came the 10 of Wands. So to me, this is closing the cycles of things that were burdensome in the past. It could have been in a relationship. There might have been some burdens that were coming down, or the mindset that you had about what relationships meant and what it would be like to be in a relationship. Maybe you wanted to make an offer, but you were, taking your sweet little time because, you were afraid, and now that burden is lifted, or you are waiting for someone to make an offer, and, it became a burden to you because you were in this with them and you just wanted them to really, make this into something else. Or there was a situation where you were financially burdened, needed to take another step into a different direction when it comes to finance and income, or there was a job or a position that you were in that was very, very heavy, had a lot of burdens, had a lot of responsibilities. And so now here in the near future, you're closing out all of those old cycles, mindsets, burdens when it comes to work, love, feelings. All of that is closing out because it placed some type of burden on you, depending on where you are in this message here, whatever resonates for you. But you in the near future are closing out that cycle of feeling burdened. Now, the hope here for you is that you will be able to make the decision between two things. So for some of you, it's like, okay, when it comes to career and finances, maybe you have a position right now and you're wanting to go into a new position. So you're needing to make a decision between the two, because maybe the one, you've been there for a long period of time, you know exactly what you're doing, you know what's expected of you, but you want something more. Maybe this new position offers you more, freedom, maybe more money, but it is the unknown. So you're having to decide there. For some of you, you are receiving an offer of love or giving an offer of love, but you need to make a decision based on giving or receiving the offer. Do I make this offer? Don't I make this offer? Do I receive this offer? Don't I make this offer? And for a small handful of y'all, there is a decision in love between two people I see here. Now, when we talk about the fears, and we're going to talk about the career first, there is a fear of temptation. So for those of you that are trying to make a decision when it comes to this finance and career situation, you are tempted by something. Now, you might be tempted by the new offer because there's more money involved, or there's some more luxuries involved. And so you know that you are tempted by that. And what you're fearing is that you don't want to be tempted by the beauty of all of this and it not be the right decision. Right alongside the Devil came out the Page of Swords, which is curiosity in this deck. So you are afraid that because you are tempted by the curiosity of what it would be like to partake in this opportunity, you're fearing that you'll make the wrong choice. So that's in career. Now, if you are thinking of making an offer for business partnership, you might feel like you are tempted by a particular person to go in partnership with them. This could be a Scorpio or a Capricorn. Again, no full weight on the signs here, just for confirmation for some of you out there. But you might be tempted to make a business partnership with them because, let's just say with the page, they could be younger. So you're feeling like they could bring a different flair to your partnership, or there's something about them that makes you curious how it would be to do business with them. But there is a temptation here when it comes to career and finances. Now, in terms of love, you might have fear that you don't want to make an offer or accept the offer. I mean, you do want to, don't get me wrong, and you are hoping to be able to make a choice here, because you know that's the right thing to do for you and you are excited about it. But you might have some fears because for some of you, you know that you are easily tempted because of your curiosity, and maybe you're not fully mentally ready to settle down. Okay, you are naturally curious, and maybe you've known in the past that doesn't really work for you when it comes to relationships. But for some of you, a small group of you here, and maybe it's bigger than what I am even thinking, there is a particular individual that you are tempted by. So you, Capricorn, have a decision between two people. There's Queen of Coins here, and what could be a Scorpio or a Capricorn. Maybe this person is younger and there's something about them that makes you curious about them. And, you know, because you have this curiosity, you're feeling like it's very difficult to make this decision. Do I explore what I want to with this person because I am curious? Now, for some of you, let's just keep it 100. For some of you, you're curious in a sexual way, not necessarily a relationship way, but this other person that is involved is someone that you can see a relationship with, but you're wanting to explore the sensuality, the sexuality with this other individual, and that has you confused. The outside influence being the King of Cups, if we go back to career and finances, this person on the outside is influencing you in the way of, this person is, you know, very stable. This person has their ish together. So if you are thinking of a partner and this person that you were thinking of before, you know that they are stable. And so because they are stable, that's influencing the way that you're thinking about going into business with them. If there is someone that's offering you something, the Queen of Coins, you know, you are leaning more towards that because you do see stability with this position or this opportunity, or in terms of, you know, income coming in. For those of you that are thinking about love here, so this Queen of Coins that is, you know, crossing your energy here, they are very stable. We already said that they're compassionate, they're giving, they're reliable, but they're also stable. So that is, for some of you, what is influencing your decision to accept the offer or make the offer, because you know this person is stable, and you do need stability in your life, Capricorn. You're feeling this and you want something new. For those of you that are tempted here with this devil energy between the two individuals, this King of Coins could symbolize that the person that you're being tempted by could be someone younger, could be a Capricorn, could be a Scorpio. This person might be very stubborn, and this might be what is causing you to not be able to make an easy decision, because you may have already had something with this person sexually, flirtatious. It might be an ex. It might be someone that's already been in your life. And because they're stubborn, you've not been able to move them out of the picture. They know that they're tempting you. They know that the two of you have this karmic connection, so to speak. And they're just here. They're like, I'm not going anywhere. And regardless if they're saying it or if they're just naturally staying in this position to be around you, this is you being tempted by that and causing it to be a harder decision to make. Now, your influence in this situation is you, with the Eight of Wands, you have made some serious action or spoken what you wanted, you know. And to me, it could also be that you have put it out in the atmosphere almost of what you want, what you need. And, you know, that was pertaining to what you wanted in love or what you love to do. So you've made some action, some fast action towards it, or you've spoken it. And, you know, now is the time. And now here it's presenting yourself, and you're needing some mental clarity when it comes to it coming down to you can have it. So now that you've expressed yourself, you've made some actions towards it, now it's getting that mental clarity time, because, you know, it's time to either make an offer or receive an offer. And so now you need to know what to do and cut out this, you know, confusion. So for some of you, there is confusion because now it's here. And now it's like, okay, now that I've reeled it in, now that I've spoken this truth, now that I've put in some action towards it, and this is what I love to do, and it's here, or this is the person that I love or want to be in love. And so now I need some mental clarity, because now I need to make something happen fully. But for some of you that are in this devil energy when it comes to, because honestly, also for those of you in the career and finances, like you said, you're tempted by other things. So you might be tempted to stay, you might be tempted to go, you're curious what it would be like to stay or to go to something new. You might not have the mental clarity that you need, even though you've expressed and made action towards what you love. But now there's too many options for some of you, and that's why you are totally confused. And in love, that could be the same thing. You know, now there's so many different options on the table, and I need some mental clarity because I'm confused because there's too many options. And that's what I see. But with two aces on both sides here, it's great, because the Ace of Coins was in the position of, you know, what really needs to happen? What is the best case scenario in this situation? And the Ace of Coins is definitely new beginnings, but it's staying grounded, knowing that new beginnings are to come. And when the Ace of Wands, this speaks of like passionate beginnings. So this is what your actual outcome is, Capricorn. You are going to make the decision and go towards what makes you happy, what you're passionate about. And you are going to make the decision based on those things: happiness, passion. And I think that's great. That's what you do need to do. Okay. And sometimes you just have to step out on a limb, and sometimes you do have to hang back and consider the details. But either way, what works for you, you're going to come to this conclusion. So with the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Wands, you know, side by side, this is letting me know that you are going to have victory in making this decision and going towards what you're passionate about and what you love. You are going to make the right decision, and this is going to be a new happy beginning for you because you're choosing what you're passionate about, and that's what needs to happen.